Before starting, just to remind you, after the training session, they'll be given out the bibs, pink bibs, in the name of it's for the Association Against the Cancer, and we hope the cameras can be there and you can be there on the pitch. We're going to make sure that you're there. We're going to start the press conference of Sergio Ramos. We're going to start over there. Do you know how many games you've played with Spain and how many goals you scored with Spain? Yes, I do. I'm a game away of 160 games. And I saw the other day there was 15. So independently always, I think collectively, which is the most importantly, which is always a priority. It's always, of course, it's always great to achieve objectives personally. And I'm always very happy about this, and very happy to be able to be at this elite level for so many years. And this fills me of energy and motivation, and to keep on breaking barriers. You've held a press conference of the Benito Villamarín. Did you ever imagine this? Did you ever imagine doing this as a local player? And what do you expect the fans are? Well, I'm very happy to be here. It's the first time I'm here. I've always loved in most places, more places than other. But it is true that last year, my goal, the fans welcome me with claps, so is something that makes me very happy. That even despite I'm a Sevillista, I always feel very identified with great fans, and the fans of Betis are always great fans. And they managed to help their team so much. And every time for me to come to Seville is always fantastic to come home. And it doesn't matter what stadium it is, even if it's the rival stadium when I was Sevillista. Please, if the cameras, if you could get out, leave the room, because it's impossible for them to get a good image. Sergio, ¿te puedo preguntar una pregunta en inglés, por favor? Sergio, ¿te puedo preguntar una pregunta en inglés, por favor? Te quería preguntar qué piensas de Inglaterra, de su equipo actual, de cómo lo hicieron en el Mundial, qué piensas de Gareth Southgate, y también Harry Kane no ha marcado en los últimos 6 partidos. ¿Qué confianza tienes que sea un séptimo partido sin marcar gol? Well, we know that the level of difficulty is very high. It's incredible. We know we've got a fantastic national team in front of us, like England. Even though we played a great game, I thought, in Wembley, but there's always things that you can improve. And tomorrow we have another opportunity to do this, to do a great game against players of fantastic highest level. And they did a fantastic well. They were semi-finalists with a lot of personality, despite being a very young national team. They've got very great virtues. Offensively, they're very dangerous. As you say, Harry Kane, I hope he has. Well, we're going to try that he keeps his scoring drought, because that would be a good sign for us. 3.5 months ago, the morale levels were very low after they get knocked out of the World Cup in Russia. Now, after 3 games, it seems the team has very high morale. And possibly, if tomorrow, if we did a count, people would think that Spanish would be one of the favourites. I wanted to give you, if you could give us an analysis of how the Spanish team is, if you think we're favourites to win something, or if we've got to be a bit more realist and take it slower. Well, as you say, I think that we come from some negative facts, and of course, at the end of the day, football is results, and that's what people stay with. And as you say, after the World Cup in Russia, the hopes were very low. I feel that with the change, or the change of generation, if it's a way to say it, many players leaving the national team and changing the coach, I think we've reunited again, and discipline and order, and of course energy levels and morale levels are very good again, and of course having these great results helps us. And we're happy to see this great team play again in a great way, and I'm so happy that the fans are happy again. And we're starting again to play this unique football again, and we're recuperating the spirit that we used to have, and I think it's a great sign. I think we're on the right road, on the right journey, but I think it's still a very, very long way, but it's a very, very beautiful journey. and it's up to us to change and to improve and to get positive results, and of course with a lot of work and always try and win. And we want to win to try and enjoy this Final Four in June and win another title. That would be extraordinary for all of us and to be where we want to be. You said before that that you feel at home being back in Seville. I wanted to ask you about the local players. How do you see Danny, Pau and Marc, the players that play in the Seville teams? Well, it's a great sign that the Betis are playing a great football. The fans are liking it, winning games. I think that's a great sign, and that's also shown in the national team, like Pau and Danny. Danny in this case is in our team, but it's a great sign. It means that competition is very high. The new players keep coming in. It's very important for the Spanish football team. It's very important that competition be very high and that the coach has these so many options that can call up so many different players from different positions. We're going to start finishing, please. I wanted to ask you about Jordi Alba. You've shared a lot of games with him here in the national team. If you guys miss him, not just off the pitch, but also on the pitch, you were used to playing together, and of course the movements you were used to. Well, yeah, of course. With Jordi, we've played many years together, and I've always said that he's one of the best left backs there is in the world, and he's always shown this. And you can see this from his stats and the games he's played. Then it's the manager that chooses the players and chooses the starting lineup. So I mean, he chooses the players, and the players that come in here are all great players, and he is the one who decides. He decides who is the best. But as I say, yeah, I have a great friendship with him. I don't know if he'll come back one day, but he will always have these doors open from us. I wanted to come back to the goals. You scored 5. You scored 3 with Madrid a penalty. Will you shoot them with Spain as well? Well, we'll see. We'll see if I shoot the penalties. It's a role that I like to assume, and I'll do it with great pleasure. In the end, in the years of Hierro, of course, there hasn't been a defender that keeps taking the penalties, but it's never too late for me to do this. I like assuming this responsibilities. You have to be very calm in these situations, and of course, the team depends on this penalty. I'm used to this, and I like it. I wanted to ask you about one of your colleagues that's in a great form, like it's Paco Alcácer. That every ball he touches, that he's from his dorm and also in the national team, seems to be a goal. I wanted to ask if he's in training, he's at the same level. If you've had to defend him and in training, because every ball he touches seems to be a goal. Well, yeah, of course, it's fantastic at the moment, but I don't want to individualise just one player. At the end of the day, it's a great group. If we talked individually about each player, we could be here for over 2 days. I think each player is a great player, but also has great competition. I'm very happy for Paco has recovered his form, his morale, and that just benefits us, the national team. He scored a hat-trick the other day with his team. He was also great the other day in our game in Wales, and I hope he maintains this. Goal scoring. It's been a lot of time that you haven't missed a game from the national team. I wanted to know, what do you feel when you play with Spain? When you hear that anthem, what do you feel? Well, for me, I've always said it. There's not many things that can compare to this. To represent your country at a world level, world stage. Tomorrow is a very important game, and every kid that starts playing football as a kid has always their dream to play first, is to play in the team of the city, and then to play the national team, play at European Championship, World Cups. I live every game as if it was the first one. That belief or that dream that I've had as a kid, I still have it now. I always get excited when I hear the anthem. I really feel it, and I always want to enjoy every game as if it was the first one. I think that's what you have to do. Always maintain that happiness and that belief and that you're wanting to do. Como sabes, pocas veces vemos jugadores ingleses que vienen a España a jugar en la liga, y cuando vienen muchas veces sufren técnicamente. ¿Hay algún jugador que te impresiona en Inglaterra técnicamente que crees que pueda jugar en la liga? Well, I'm very impressed by all of them. There are some players that the Premier, the physical, maybe in the Premier League, you concentrate on the physical, but there's also very important technical players. I'll start with Harry Kane. He's also physically fantastic a striker, but also technically he surprises you. He might surprise a lot of people, but not me, but he's great technically. But there also are the great technical players that are dangerous. And I can assure you we've been studying them, watching them on videos. You are the captain. You've been in the national team many years. You're a very big influence. I wanted to ask you, what impact has Sergio Busquets in the national team? Well, Busi has got a very important role. Very peculiar as well, because he's been here a very long time. Like I said earlier, before other players left the national team, well, he now is taking that role as a bit of a leader, and that's very important for me, for us, to share this role of being leaders, being captains. And he is a fantastic player in the Barcelona national team. He's a player with great experience, and I think it's a very good sign that the national team has this kind of players. So when new players come in, can see him and adapt as quick as possible, and bring out the best of all the players to reach a great level. Please remember about the act. Once the training session is finished, please remember we're going to do the act.